center homage to the father of nation, where the next president of the country, India's 15th president, Droupadi Murmu, has just arrived. And these are visuals that we have cut across first on CNN News 18. Droupadi Murmu is accompanied by members of her staff and also by a security entourage, as she has just arrived to pay tribute to Bapu at this point. Let's go across to my colleague Siddhant, who's joining us live from Rajghat. Siddhant, take us through what you're seeing at the spot.
Well, in fact, this is the beginning of a historic day, and the day has begun by paying homage to Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi. The convoy of Droupadi Murmu has just arrived at Rajghat. In fact, we are cutting across to those visuals of Droupadi Murmu and the entire entourage that is accompanying her. We've been told right after paying homage to Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi, she is expected to go to Rashtrapati Bhavan to meet Rashtrapati Ram Nath Kovid, and in fact from there they both will leave for Parliament Central Hall in a motorcade procession, and at around 10 a.m. we can expect the ceremonies to begin in Parliament, where Droupadi Murmu will take oath of office and secrecy. Historic moment when we say, then we have been witnessing from last almost 4 days since her victory, that how the Adivasi community, especially the Adivasi community of the country, is happy and proud of her being going to be the next president of the country. And in fact, this is perhaps the reason that BJP is also celebrating it on a very grand scale. All the chief ministers and in fact the tribal leaders and the elected representatives from the tribal belts were asked to come and meet her, and in fact they all have been meeting her since last 4 days. Today is a start of a historic day when Droupadi Murmu will take oath as the 15th president of the country, going by her background and her track record, her tremendous track record. She was never a rubber stamp governor, which mostly the governor's offices are always in question in our country for being the rubber stamp constitutional post. But in fact, when she was the governor of Jharkhand, she refused to sign the 2 bills passed by incumbent BJP Chief Minister Raghubar Das. Started her career as an engineer in the government department, and later took responsibility of a teacher at a college, and someone who has also been associated with the Brahma Kumari spiritual movement, and someone who has seen all the thick and thin in life. In fact, last 7 years were not good for Droupadi Murmu, where she lost her husband, her 2 sons and other family member. Despite that, she stood strong, and she was made the governor of Jharkhand, and today she is going to take oath as the 15th president of India. So her journey will inspire each and every Indian, for not only today but for years to come. And this is perhaps the reason that in fact not just at a BJP at a party level, but the entire country is celebrating, because this was a movement that we all have been waiting for. India is celebrating 75th year of independence, 75 saal Azadi ke Amrit Mahotsav, and in this year only India is getting an Adivasi woman as a president, as a 15th president of the country, is something which will make every Indian proud, not just today but for years to come. And someone who has a credential, someone who has proven herself, in fact being on the constitutional post, and someone who is not just a symbol, because this is what the opposition parties have been alleging, that she doesn't talk, she doesn't give interviews, she's just a symbolic candidate just to send out a strong message. NDA has nominated her, but believe me, I have been seeing tribal leaders coming and meeting her at her residence, tribal leaders celebrating, feeling proud. I've spoken to many tribal leaders, people from the tribal communities. So she still has that direct connect with the people of a community. And it's not just a symbolic messaging that has gone out, but she still has a connect. And in fact, the MLAs and the elected representatives from mostly all the tribal belts across the country have come to national capital, and we have been told are going to be the part of ceremony in the Parliament House. So this is how the ceremony has been planned. And you know, when it comes to the office of president, then we have seen that that office comes with a huge responsibility, because the president is also the commander of the three forces. And when it comes to president office, and then it should be someone who holds the integrity of the highest office of the land. And this is the reason that NDA has shown faith in Droupadi Murmu's candidature. And not just NDA, in fact, the way opposition parties have come in support of Droupadi Murmu. You talk of Shiv Sena, you talk of Jagan Mohan Reddy, you talk of Naveen Patnaik. You know, they all have come in support of Droupadi Murmu, and many of the MLAs have cross-voted. That was historic, actually. So many of the elected representatives cross-voted, not just here in Parliament, but in their states also. And in fact, we were told that those MPs and MLAs belong to tribal belt. They win from the tribal belt, and they made it very clear that they are not going to side with their party. They are going to cross-vote and vote for Droupadi Murmu because they believe in her candidature. They believe that she will prove to be a good president of the country. So that makes her a victory historic. That makes this entire movement historic. Today also we will be witnessing, and there you see the convoy leaving, Droupadi Murmu leaving from Rajghat. That is the vehicle, that is the black sedan in which Droupadi Murmu is inside, and she has left Rajghat. She is going to Rashtrapati Bhavan. This is what we have been told. The convoy is taking U-turn from the Rajghat main gate and is going to go to Rashtrapati Bhavan. There she is going to meet President Ram Nath Kovid. They both will have tea together, and then they are likely to leave for they are scheduled to leave for Parliament building in a motorcade procession. This is what the itinerary that has been released by Rashtrapati Bhavan yesterday tell us. And at around 10:15, the ceremonies at the Parliament Central Hall will begin. The MPs, MLAs, leaders from the tribal belt, chief ministers, all have been invited to witness this historic moment. Prime Minister, CJI, Chief Justice of India, Vice President, Chairman of Rajya Sabha, the Speaker of Lok Sabha, they all will be present to witness this grand ceremony where Droupadi Murmu will take oath of office and secrecy today. Back to the studios.
Siddhant.